What is up, everybody? Right now we are going to take a look at a phone that is very dear to me. Basically a phone I'm in a relationship with. It's my daily driver, the iPhone 7 Plus, and we're going to see how long it's pretty much going to last. Now, one thing I want to say about the 7 Plus, and this is kind of taking a ding at it, and I do apologize, but this is my daily driver, so I feel like I have a right to talk about it. When I had my iPhone 6s Plus as my daily driver, and I upgraded to the 7 Plus, I honestly don't even notice that big of a difference between the two. Now, I know the 7 Plus is technically faster and has all these different features and portrait mode and all that stuff. For my day-to-day operations with a phone, I really don't notice too much of a difference. I use portrait mode every once in a while. The home button is one of the cool things that I do like because it is a vibration motor, but in terms of speed and performance and all that good stuff, I really don't notice that big of a difference. But that one key thing that I said really doesn't matter in the long run of how long a phone will last, because at the end of the day, they are two completely different phones. And in terms of the 7 Plus, it came out in 2016. Recently, it wasn't really like 10 years ago or anything. And it started off getting iOS 10.0.1, which was honestly one of the best versions of iOS that was ever released, in my opinion. Just iOS 10 in general. Probably not the beginning of iOS 10, but the later part of iOS 10. And right now it's getting iOS 11.4.1. It's getting the iOS 12 betas, right? So then it's going to be 3 versions. It's getting iOS 14, and it's going to get iOS 15 as well. Now, I'm pretty sure at that point it's kind of hard to tell whether it's going to get iOS 16, depending if iOS 15 would suck. So in terms of, the overall future ability of this phone, I mean, easily it'll last you another like 3-4 years. And I said the same thing about the iPhone 6s Plus. There's a handful of phones in this moment, especially iPhones, that I would recommend outside of their software realm. And I'm going to kind of relate it to Android a little bit, even though they're two completely different operating systems. With Android, it has the exact opposite problem. Because so many manufacturers don't release software for their phones, it ends up being a lot of third-party developers making custom ROMs and stuff. And that's why I'm such a huge activist for telling people to custom ROM their phone, because you can prolong the life of a phone for so much longer. I mean, look at the Galaxy S3. That phone ended up getting like 2 versions of Android or something, but now you can get like Android 7.0 on it from third-party developers. iPhones don't necessarily have that problem, and it's kind of hard for me to suggest getting an iPhone outside of its software realm because it's not really getting any more features. It's not getting anything like that besides in-app updates, because, that happens with everyone. But what I would say is we will have to wait and see how well iOS 14 and iOS 15 and iOS 13 are. But from what I can tell now, I mean, this phone will easily be able to outperform everything easily, like with no problem. But the thing that kind of upsets me, okay, is that the iPhone 6s Plus was so fast and so awesome, right? And that's what I say all the time. And the 7 Plus, I think the 7 Plus is more so like the 6 Plus in a way. And I think those two have a lot in common, because the iPhone 7 Plus really didn't make the phone that much faster, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, it added a gigabyte of RAM. It did improve the camera quite a bit, but in terms of solid performance, I really don't notice that big of a difference. I'm going to have a lot of people comment and say, oh, they did this, it's 100 times faster here, and this and this and this. But for my day-to-day usage, when I'm playing games, when I'm doing this, doing that, I really don't notice that big of a difference. And I think I said the same thing when I compared both of them in my video like I did like a month ago, the iPhone 7 Plus versus the iPhone 6s Plus. I really don't notice too much of a difference, if I'm being completely honest. That doesn't mean a difference doesn't exist. Just because I don't necessarily have that experience with it doesn't necessarily mean you won't have that experience either. So what I will say is the iPhone 7 Plus is going to last you a very, very, very long time. Don't know if I will be able to recommend this phone outside of its software era. I will probably tell people to not get it once it starts getting its last version of iOS, which is probably going to be iOS 14 or iOS 15. Most likely iOS 15, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and see, guys. And like I said, I think I have a right to talk about these things and say whether it's a good or bad phone, because I've been using it for so many months now, and it's been my daily driver. It's been the phone that's always in my pocket. And this is kind of sad too, because at the time of me recording this video, I don't know what's going to go live, but I'm switching to an iPhone 10 as a daily driver very, very soon. So I'm going to go and cry for like 2 weeks and be over it. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it at. If you guys have any questions or anything, definitely leave it in the comment section below. Oh, and if you guys want to pick up an iPhone 7 Plus, I'll leave a link in the description. Make sure you get it through that link so you can help out the channel. We thrive on affiliate marketing, and if you guys keep buying stuff through those links, it definitely allows me to go and buy new phones and buy other things and repair older phones and put it on videos for you guys. So that'll mean so much. Comment down if you guys have any questions or anything. Definitely hit that like button, but more importantly, dude, hit that subscribe button. We're still giving away an iPhone 6s and an iPhone SE on this channel, and all you have to do to enter is subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both those links are down in the description, so make sure you guys enter that. There's really no reason not to. I mean, it's like free stuff, like why not? Check out the other links down there in the description too. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. No fault, catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.